There's nothing gayer than this moment. Hey everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of Two Gay Matts. It's Matt Steele.
It's Matt Bulmer. As you know, I'm sure as you've all been celebrating since Thanksgiving is over, this is the 20th anniversary of Mariah Carey's Merry Christmas album and her incredible, classic, iconic single, All of Christmas Is You. We were also discussing the other night about many exes we had, and just the idea of Mariah's discography kind of representing boyfriends that we've had, or hopefully one day will have.
Yeah, it's sort of like a game we came up with.
Yeah, so today we're going to go through Mariah's discography from the debut through Me I Am Mariah and see what kind of boyfriend that album represents. In the beginning, in 1990, no one even knew who the incredible songstress, the elusive chanteuse herself, Mariah Carey was. But then she burst onto the scene with Vision of Love and her debut album, Mariah Carey. What kind of boyfriend would Mariah Carey be?
I don't know.
I feel like the first album is obviously your first boyfriend. And like, you're like trying things out that kind of later on you're realizing, maybe that wasn't a good idea. Like, this isn't the kind of person I should be with. Or like, when Mariah realized, I shouldn't have rapped on Prisoner. I'm not going to rap on other songs. Don't feel bad about your Mariah Carey moment. Even if you look back, Mariah doesn't like her hair in some of the videos. She doesn't like that she did the Running Man in the Someday video. But she learned a lot about herself and what she wanted in the future.
The boyfriend that represents emotions is the boyfriend who you love so much. You were just so into. And then your friends and family are like,
he's okay.
Emotions was a very, very good album, but it didn't really get the response from the audience that Mariah Carey would have.
I mean, to be fair, when you're coming off of a 9 million selling debut, it's hard to really follow it up, but whatever. Music Box Boyfriend is the boyfriend that everyone likes. All of your friends like him, all your family like him.
He's hot.
He's hot.
Rich.
He's white, very white. Everyone loves him, he gets a response. Everyone's like, he's the one, he's the one. And you're like, he's okay. Not the one you would imagine for yourself, even though it maybe is like how everyone would imagine for you.
Yeah.
People ask about him a lot. You have to sing Hero at your concerts for the next 50 years. Yeah. Things like that. You know, he comes up. Have you, by the way, we haven't discussed, have you had someone you put in the Mariah Carey emotions or music box categories?
No.
I don't feel like I have either. No one really likes the people I do. I liked. Yeah, see? Merry Christmas. What would you say, Merry Christmas?
Oh, I wasn't even thinking of the Christmas album.
You always have to think of the Christmas
album.
Oh,
God.
I feel like it's very much like, it only lasts a season. You know, there's a definite sunrise and a definite sunset to this relationship. And like, while it was happening, it was great. But then at some point, it's January.
Yes, I've had that.
I've had that too.
I've had that where I've had a lovely time. Like, we went on many dates and I was like, oh, yes.
But, you know, at some point it's like, am I gonna marry a Republican? Probably not. Next up is Daydream.
Daydream. My ex-boyfriend represents Daydream because it was a hit and so great.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, yes, and I was like, yes, and it was just, yes.
But underneath.
But underneath the bubbles were boiling. Daydream was one of Mariah's most successful albums. Music Box was like a bigger seller album, but like Daydream like represented for Mariah like a big successful album plus like her finding herself.
Yes,
like,
it was very her.
Whereas Music Box, she didn't give a shit about.
Yes.
Daydream's like the boyfriend who like, you're like, yes, this is it, I'm finding myself, I found the one, this is it. But there were a lot of, Mariah was having a lot of marital problems.
She was. There were some underlying issues. If you listen to a song called Looking In, that closes off the album, it's pretty sad. It's almost perfect.
It's almost perfect until the end when you're nominated for 6 and then you win none, and it all comes crashing down.
Butterfly to me, I honestly think it's the one. I think this is, to me, I want to end up with a butterfly moment where it's like, it might not be the most popular boyfriend that you're ever gonna have, but every single thing about them you love. Every moment means something. Every song in that album means something to Mariah, and everybody else after that person is just you comparing it to them. Because that's what the other thing is. It the next butterfly? Is Charmbracelet the next butterfly? Is Me and Mariah the next butterfly? And those albums, well, Me and Mariah is great, and Charmbracelet also came out, but they're always compared to Butterfly, and Butterfly is always the gold standard.
I think the boyfriend that represents Butterfly is the romance that you have after a big breakup, where you really find yourself, like you need it after your big breakup.
Well,
you need it because it's cathartic.
Why is that not forever then? Why don't we?
Because there's more albums to go.
There's always more albums.
There's always more albums.
Right.
So to me, Butterfly is not the one, but Butterfly is the one that means the most.
Well, I want to be with the one that means the most.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Do you feel like you have a butterfly?
No.
Me neither. Oh, that'll be the day though. Oh, so
who's the boyfriend that represents Rainbow?
Rainbow. Rainbow is sexy and fun, but then you kind of look back on it and you're like, that was of its time, and like there were good things, but like what did I like so much about that rainbow?
Have you had a rainbow?
Yes.
Aww.
I'd say that my first was a rainbow. Where it's like at the time I was like, this is the best. And like everyone around me was like, he's alright. And like he was real hot to me. As we look back now, as I'm older and wiser, I'm like, he had some issues. There were some cracks in the veneer.
Okay.
What's glitter?
Glitter is... What isn't glitter?
I know.
It just has bad luck. Just bad timing. As some of you may know, Glitter was released on September 11th, 2001.
Right.
But hey, Matt Palmer was still getting that CD that day.
Sorry, some of us are hardcore lambs. Will not let national emergencies thwart us. She wanted to do this movie for so long. And she wanted to do this soundtrack for so long. And she was like, it's gonna be as big as The Bodyguard. It's like, you've finally gotten, you know, that boy that you've been stalking. And this boy that you've been on Facebook, it's like, I want him. And you finally get it, and it's an utter disaster. You look like you've had that.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, it's not like someone that like I've wanted for like so long, but like someone who like, I was just like, yes, he asked me out and he was like so cute. And then we went on a couple dates and each date he just got weirder and weirder and I was just like, you are a creep.
Yeah. What's Charm Bracelet to you?
Charm Bracelet is just like, I want to try to have a comeback, but I don't have the energy.
Yeah. It's a rebound. But it's like your heart's not really in it and it goes on for too long.
Did it go on? Did Charm Bracelet go on for?
Well, between Charm Bracelet and Emancipation was long, and the album's long, it's 16 tracks, and her heart's not really in it, she's barely singing. It's just kind of like picking yourself up by the bootstraps after you've been clobbered in the face by love.
Have you had a Charm Bracelet?
No, because I'm pretty emotional. Even if at the beginning I'm always like, I don't know about you, by the end I'm usually like, no, please stay!
Oh, it's true.
Well, internally, externally I'm a brick. You'll never hear me beg, darling.
It's
never.
Very true. Emancipation is the rebound that is not the butterfly rebound. It's not the best romance of your life.
Yeah.
It is the rebound that is the best sex of your life.
I disagree with you on this because I feel like Butterfly is definitely a more sexy album than the Emancipation.
Yeah, but there's like a romance to Butterfly because it's like beautiful. Whereas like Emancipation is just like, yeah.
What? No, I don't see Emancipation like this. I think Emancipation is very like, you love him, everyone loves him, everything is right in the right place. It can't last forever because nothing lasts forever and nothing's gonna be Butterfly. But at this moment in time, this is the best.
Have you ever had an Emancipation?
No.
Even though we disagree on it, we both agree that it's good.
We agree it's good and we have not had it. Equals MC squared.
Equals MC squared.
I think it's kind of like Rainbow in that in the moment, it's like the most fun summer you've ever had. I think there's a season, it starts and ends, and it's like not the deepest thing in the world. You're not like bawling over it when it's over, but it's just like the best summer fling.
I think it's sort of like, yeah, it's not deep, it's like a little like stupid and silly, but like so great, and like you're just like, that was a great album, that was a great guy I was dating, and then just ends abruptly, because the era of EMC square equals MC square ended abruptly.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah, but when it ends abruptly, you're kind of just like, oh, okay, I'm ready for it to be over, I guess. I have an equals MC squared. Whereas I was just like, this is great, I'm loving this. It just like kind of ended abruptly, and then at the end of the day, I was kind of just like, that's fine.
Memoir, the Imperfect Angel.
What is that?
I don't know. It's weird because Mariah's just gotten married. And so you think you'd get a very happy, upbeat album, but it's a lot of like, you're cheating on me. Like it goes back and forth from like, why are you so obsessed with me? And then like, oh, I think you're cheating on me. And it's like, I can't wait to hate you. But then there's moments where you're like, I love you like a freeze pop. So maybe it's just a tumultuous relationship. A relationship with lots of ups and downs. You know, there's a lot of fighting, there's a lot of like this. But like at the end of the day, it's like, I want this and we're gonna fight for it. I haven't had that. I'm not a fighter generally. It's like if we're fighting, there's something wrong, and like I'll see you around.
With you, like after the first fight, you're like done.
No, it's like, oh, I'm so hurt. You would say that.
I know, and it's ridiculous. You gotta fight.
I'm not a fighter. I'm not a fighter.
You have to fight.
I'm in love and not.
No, but see, when you're in a relationship, you're gonna have. This is for another video. Next is Merry Christmas to You, which is the sequel to Merry Christmas.
Sequel. Okay, this one's hard because I love Merry Christmas to You. I think it's a great album. But in terms of Mariah's trajectory and the boyfriend angle, what did Merry Christmas to You really do?
It's the boyfriend who, like, you were dating someone and then you broke up,
yeah.
and then you decide to try things out again with them, and it's not as good as the original.
It's just not as good. It's great. Well, the album's great. I have had a Merry Christmas to You very recently.
Yes. I witnessed that.
You were there for that, and it was what we described.
And I've never had a Merry Christmas to You.
That's good.
When I break up with a guy, it's done.
Oh, come on. If that boyfriend...
I'm saying it's done to them. It's done for them.
But Me I Am Mariah, the elusive chanteuse. What is that? That one's hard because it's so more so than any of her albums. It's so clearly like top to bottom a breakup record. So it's like the relationship itself is not really referenced, and when it is like on Money and like You're Mine, it's like it doesn't really ring true. It's not a relationship in and of itself. It's just the end of your daydream. I've given it one last try, and at the end of the album, all you can do is trust in God. Like that's all you can do. And it's like not even like, oh, everything's all right. It's like I can't give up now. Oh
God, this is a morbid boyfriend.
It's like when it's just the end of something that was great and important, and you thought it was gonna be what I would say is a butterfly, but you thought it was gonna be the one, and you thought you could have your cute twins with him, and that he'd always be around, but. He's always somewhere and he's not there for me. So if anyone out there is going through a Me I Am Mariah moment, we really wish you the best. And just know there are so many other albums in the boyfriend discography for you to go through, and your love career is going to be as long as Mariah's recording career.
It's true, there's always a new album.
There's always a new album.
There's always going to be another album
out soon. But thank you so much for watching.
I know, this is a fun game.
This is a great game. Tell us if you're in a relationship, what album are you in right now?
Yeah, you don't have to just do it with Mariah albums. You can do it with any artist.
Because we were thinking about other artists and we were like, but a lot of times their discography's not long enough. Well, tell us, maybe you're in a fame monster situation.
I know.
Or a teenage dream. But thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
And follow us on Twitter at It's Matt Palmer.
And it's Matt Steele.
Have a lovely night, and we'll see you on Thursday.
Yeah.
All right, bye, friendos.
Bye.
Bye.